The fuck did that be more?
Oh, yeah, you did. Hello, everyone. This is Ryan from the ItJustWorksPodcast, and today we're going to be talking about Mortal Kombat. And today I'm joined with Alex. Yet again, we're going to be going over the game, our favorite games from the franchise, and just basically a review for Mortal Kombat 11. But we're going to start off with a brief introduction into the franchise for us. So I started with Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 on the Nintendo 64. I played the hell out of it when I was a kid. I used to go to Albertsons and rent it, and it was like in a plastic covered case, and it was really hard to get the cartridge out. But my parents would never buy the game for us, but they would let us rent it. I never really understood that. And that's pretty much where I started. Alex, what about you? Where'd you start with what was your first Mortal Kombat game?
I played Armageddon back in the day, and then I think we rented it from Blockbuster or something, like we used to do. But I really got into Mortal Kombat on MK9, like actually going back to the other games and looking at the lore and everything.
Right. Yeah, man, playing through so like Deadly Alliance, Shang Tsung and Quan Chi kill Liu Kang in the beginning, like it's literally the intro to the game, and it like already sets the stage for like what the hell is like what where the fuck is this going? This dude just like saved Earthrealm. So I had like this crazy conquest mode, and then Deception, they really like stepped on that in every way possible. Like you go to every single realm in Deception. Like you can talk to any character from the Mortal Kombat universe. It was a massive open game. I would even say on scale to like Morrowind, it was that big. So those games were really fucking sick. Um, I'd say like the best Mortal Kombat game in my mind would be Armageddon. It just brought back every character. The story mode was cool between the brothers. One brother was evil, and then you played as Dagon, the good guy. I still liked what they did with it, but the fact that they brought back like every single character they've ever made and put them on the roster, like you can even play as Onaga, the Dragon King, which was super badass. Because in Deception you couldn't, I don't think, or maybe you can unlock him, and I just sucked and never did. But they allowed you for the first time ever to make your own characters, and you can do like custom characters. You can, like, I had a black ninja, or I'm sorry, a ninja in black armor, and I don't know why I had to clarify that, but I'm trying to give people an image of the character I made, because he was like, he looked like all of the ninjas combined with their armor sets or their armor pieces, and then he would have their move sets too, and it was like, dude, it was the most badass shit. Ah, I miss it. Like my character always wore like Sub Zero's helmet from Deadly Alliance and Deception, and I just thought it was so badass. But do you have a favorite game that's not Armageddon, or would you say Armageddon's kind of like your favorite as well? There's a lot of good ones.
Um, yeah, from when I played it, I would say it's the best 'cause, have all the characters there, but I actually really like MK11 because of all the customizable things, with all the armory and armor that you can change out.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, um, besides Armageddon having like kart combat, where it's literally Mario Kart but with Mortal Kombat characters. Just like a completely different game inside another game. It was totally worthy of being its own game for like fucking $15. But then they had Mortal Kombat Chess, I believe, also in Armageddon. Just I don't know, dude. That was like the complete package. But I would agree with you that the customization that they've done with MK11 with every single character is actually super badass. And I remember being at the reveal event last January and just like freaking out that like this is the direction they're taking the franchise. So I guess that's what we'll go into the next part, which is the campaign for Mortal Kombat 11. What is your general thoughts on it?
Uh, it's a Mortal Kombat story, so
It's
there's
convoluted.
there's problems, but I guess their main focus is on the fighting game, not the story.
Right. They're like, let's give them a good fighting game, but also throw in a story, because why not? I mean, as much as we might talk shit, they are the only ones that do like a true like badass like campaign with their characters. Soul Calibur 6 really tried that more than the previous entries with their latest game, but I still feel like it's kind of a little too um, like an adventure game where it's like reading and or text reading, like a classic adventure game,
Hmm.
which is cool if you're a D&D fan because it's I literally felt like I was playing like a campaign on its own with my original made character. But I would say Mortal Kombat 11, even though the campaign is a little wonky, it's still pretty cool to see like Sub-Zero and Scorpion work together and see where they've gone from Mortal Kombat 10. And you know, with all the characters, well, the redesigns too for the characters made it feel more like a movie. Like Liu Kang and Raiden and Kung Lao, like they all look super badass. And you know, in the campaign at the end, spoilers, I guess, if someone hasn't played it yet. You know, when Liu Kang becomes a fire god, I just thought that was so fucking badass. It's not that they haven't done anything like that before, but to see like Liu Kang get that kind of recognition, and they kind of retconned Mortal Kombat 9, where Raiden basically gets everybody killed. It was really cool to see that because I felt like when I played Mortal Kombat 9 that that was ridiculous. You know, like Sindel kills everybody. Like, are you fucking
Right.
kidding me? Although Nightwolf's sacrifice was super badass, it's just it seemed a little ridiculous and maybe over the top. Not that the game isn't over the top, but in terms of the writing, I was like, I don't know. So I'd say the campaign's pretty cool. Um, I like the way they ended it, but we'll talk about how they continued it after.
Yeah. Another thing to add is, did you like Kronika as the main boss? I felt like I don't know. There's something off. Like it wasn't like a Shao Kahn boss.
Um, it seemed she seemed really fucking stupid to me because at any
Yeah.
point she could have stopped time and killed Liu Kang for good. That she could have erased him. He's the one that takes her out. So if you erase him from time, then there's no one to challenge you for your Titanhood, right? I mean, it could have been that simple.
Yeah, so she can restart the timeline so she knows when like all the heroes are born. So why didn't she just have uh Geras go over there and just squish?
Yeah, it's kind of like you know, Don Cheadle War Machine's shitty joke in Avengers. Like, man, we couldn't just go to Thanos when he was a baby and kind of like, you know, strangle him. Like,
Hmm.
it's almost the same thing with this storyline. You know, Kronika could have just killed everybody. I don't, I don't really get it. I don't know. I try not to think about it because, you know, just like in our Star Wars episode last week, you know, for the purpose of the game and to develop some kind of story, you can't have, I guess, the simplistic ideas. I don't know. She was cool. I just feel like when you make a character like her, I mean, she's a Titan. You know, Titans, I
Hmm.
guess, are better than gods. Um, when you have a character like her, it's really hard to write her in a story, I guess, because she does wield the power to reset time, to stop time, to basically go anywhere she wants in any timeline. And it's like, all right, well, Scorpion spits out fire and has a spear. Sub Zero throws out ice. So, what the fuck are they gonna do to some lady
Right.
who can stop them in their tracks? And I mean, that part was kind of disappointing to me. But the way they wrote the story and like it actually played out, because it's easy to talk about it in like segments, but when you actually play through the story, like you kind of believe it a little bit. Like you can kind of get into it, but it's when it wraps up, you're like, man, I totally feel like she could have stopped all this. So I'd say she's a cool villain, sort of.
Yeah. And like, with the Jinsei on Earth,
Yeah.
why doesn't she go like when it was like farmed first and just have the bottles stored in her like palace
Well, that's the
or
thing
time
too.
palace?
Is like Shinnok was bound to Outworld, or yeah, no, the Nether Realm. Like he
Hmm.
couldn't enter it without his amulet, which has power from the Jinsei. But Kronika's a Titan. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. She's not bound to any realm. So I would kind of agree with you too. It's like, you know, you could just go to the Jinsei and do what you got to do, right? Just bathe yourselves in the waters of the Jinsei. I don't fucking know. So I was gonna save it for later, but I kind of just we're already talking about it. So let's talk about Aftermath, which is the DLC expansion, which follows up with the ending of the campaign we're talking about. So it kind of continues it for another 2 to 4 hours, depending on how you play the game. It's more towards 4 hours. What were your thoughts on Aftermath, Alex?
Uh, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I think RoboCop should have been in there too. But
Couldn't wait to talk
I don't
about
know.
RoboCop, huh?
I don't know. Them bringing back Sindel was pretty cool. The coffin meme, Shang Tsung and Nightwolf just carrying him.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a. I thought it was a really cool story, like an add-on to the story, but like I definitely don't feel like it's worth my money.
Yeah,
Like, and it sucks to say that because I mean, I wish every game did DLC expansions towards their campaigns. Like almost every game I play, I wish there was more to it. Um, so I definitely applaud them for doing it because they're a fucking fighting game. At the end of the day, they really don't need to be doing that. Uh, my issue is the ending and what leads up to it. And we talked about this, I think, either last week or a couple weeks ago now. But the fact that Shang Tsung so clearly is going to turn his back on everybody at the end and still does it is like it's so fucking stupid. It's like what we just talked about with Kronika, where she could just strangle everybody when they're babies. It's like, no, fucking Shang Tsung is gonna find a way to betray you guys. Like, are you that's fucking stupid? And like everyone talks about it though. That's the thing is they talk about it, like, oh, he's gonna do it. Oh no, I believe him. Oh, he betrayed us. It's like, I don't know.
yeah. I think Liu Kang at the beginning because he talks to Fujin and he's like he must win. Kind of like Raiden with the amulet and MK9. Saying he must win. So I think Fujin kind of like made Shang Tsung win, and he knew about it. Because that's like right off the get go.
It is, but what happens and what Liu Kang does is basically what Raiden did in MK9 is letting everybody die. And it's like you basically just did what you retconned in the original
Hmm.
campaign for this game. And as I'm talking about this right now, I'm getting kind of irritated because it's like, why the fuck would you do that? And like the ending sucks. Like I obviously chose Liu Kang. I always like the good guys. Fuck the bad guys. So I chose Liu Kang, and I was like, oh, dude, I can't wait to see this ending because obviously whatever happens here is where they're gonna start with MK12. And like Kung Lao doesn't even know who the fuck Liu Kang is, and it's like, what was the point of this? And then I obviously didn't play it because I chose Liu Kang, but I don't remember what Shang Tsung's ending is if you choose him.
Oh, he like tasks Raiden and Fujin to take all the realms over,
Yep.
and he's like super big, sitting in a chair doing his evil laugh. He's like
Yep. I remember
50
now.
times the size of them.
Yeah. So he becomes a Titan, and that's
Yeah.
what he chooses to do with it is become massive. So that's cool. Uh, so for Aftermath though, you didn't play it, right? Like you just watched the game movie and all the
Yeah,
just
I
the
just watched the
entire
game movie.
yeah.
Yeah. I didn't. If they would have had a cooler character, I would have spent $40 on it. But
So would you say that it wasn't worth $40 at all? Like you didn't think any of it added up to that in terms of monetary value?
I think it should have been like 25.
Ouch. Well, the only reason why I asked that is because every character individually is $5 each. So if you got three
Mm.
characters, it's $15. Campaigns are normally as expansions at least $20. So we're almost there. And then if you count the pre-order DLC pack, which I hate to give them credit for, but the skins were fucking flawless. You know, I don't know. I don't think I got my $40 worth. I'm not defending them, especially as both of us bought the what was it $100 editions at launch. It was the premium edition that comes with the combat packs, and then obviously the game itself. So I have to spend $140 on this fucking game, and it already has microtransactions to buy skins and shit that are unlocked in the game as well. So it's like it's kind of shitty because they made
Yeah.
so much money on this game. Like it did really well across the board. So I would say 25 or $30 would have been I think a little bit more fair. And then maybe if they could read that your account, you purchased the premium edition of the game, it should have been $20 for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only character worth it. Uh,
Fujin.
yeah, Fujin and RoboCop is kind of cool, but I think they should have brought back Ermac or Reptile.
Yeah, I think it would have been
Um,
cool if Shiva was like a free title update character or something.
oh yeah, and why did Shao Kahn kill Kotal Khan, like, and throw his head off the boat? Like, wouldn't you want to kill Liu Kang or Katana, the actual Khan, right now?
Yeah, I thought that was fucking stupid.
I mean, Shao Kahn's just beating up a cripple.
Yeah, I didn't really understand that. Because he even breaks Liu Kang's legs too.
Yeah,
How the fuck does he get healed? Oh no, he die?
Liu Kang.
Yeah, like the Liu Kang in that timeline, not the Fire God Liu Kang. No, they just break his legs
Um,
and that's it, right?
yeah, and then like the boat stops
Yeah,
for the army amassed on the beach, and like Shao Kahn throws Kotal's head down. Like, what do you do?
yeah, like that's supposed to mean something to us.
The Shiva chokes him out when he's in the soul chamber, and Jade's like, his if you disrupt him now, his injuries might be permanent.
Well, now
And she's
it's
just like chokes him out.
right. Damn, there is some flaws in that fucking add-on. Thanks, Alex.
You're welcome.
Yeah, fuck.
That's what I'm here for.
So the campaign overall with the DLC expansions definitely worth checking out. On sale. The original campaign's way better than the 4-hour add-on. Just keep that in mind. But that's pretty much our thoughts on the campaign. Is there anything else you wanted to add to what you saw that you hate? No? Okay.
Nope.
So we'll move on to the features of Mortal Kombat 11. That's like the living towers, the crypt, the multiplayer, the ranked leagues, all that fun stuff. Is there any of it you really hated or anything that like stood out to you?
Mm, I hate the one tower that you have to go through all the waves to get like the Fire God Liu Kang
Oh, the gauntlet.
skin, the gauntlet. Yeah, that's so annoying.
Yeah, no, that was such an annoying uh fucking tower. Jesus, sorry. I think I only got to 10 or 12.
Yeah, I think
I-
I'm at 15.
but then I got the Fire God Liu King skin from something else, and I was like, all right, I don't need it now. What about the crypt? Did you like the crypt at all, or is it kind of just eh?
Um, I think it should have been like a random generator. Like if you don't have a skin and you already went through the crypt, like you always get a skin until you're completely done. That's why I don't like the crypt, because I open so many chests and there's just tower consumables.
Well, yeah, what's crazy is, since you didn't really play like Deadly Alliance and Deception, but back in the day, you were able to actually navigate to exactly what you wanted. There was coordinates for everything, and there's coordinates in the crypt now. They haven't changed it entirely, but with Deception, I can go to a certain coordinate and get Scorpion's alternate costume. Like, just be done with it right there, dude. If I have the currency or whatever I need, I get it right there and then, and I'm on my way. And I would agree with you. I think that they didn't necessarily handle it too well. I think they focused way too much on tower consumables. But I guess the argument you can make there with the tower consumables is when you're playing through the living towers, playing them with those mutators, like, really changes the game. Like, it's fucking fun. I have a lot of fun with it, especially if you don't want to take it serious. Like, I just put on 3, like, area traps, and I just watch the motherfuckers get hit by everything. I don't even have to press a button. Actually, I don't have to perform a combo. I can just sit there, watch them die by Reptile's ball, Rain's bubble, and then like a fucking Sector rocket. Like, I don't know. I think they're cool. I just wish, like you said, like every chest we opened gave us some type of skin until we just completely ran out, and then it's like, okay, cool. Well, we're just gonna give you tower consumables, since that does technically add a level of depth to the towers.
Yeah, and like the collector down in the crypt, you can exchange some rare items from the chest. Like,
Yeah.
give us more of those and have the collector not exchange consumables, because until you're done with all the skins.
Yeah. Well, what if they did it like from the get go? Those Chronica chests, where like you can kind of go to the certain coordinates, open it up, and you would get that exact skin. Because they took a while to do those. I think at least like one or two ranked leagues before they introduced that into the game.
Yeah, but that's just the Combat League items.
Oh, it's not the
Um,
regular like loot table.
no,
Oh.
no.
Um. Well.
Well, like on the Chronica spheres, like the ones you can find in the crypt,
Yeah.
yes, but then they have the special event ones, which are gold Chronica orbs, and they have the Combat League items in them.
Oh.
But yeah, but those are free if you can find them.
I guess I should pay attention to those. Because like the Scorpion Combat League gear is pretty dope. Oh, I guess I should pay attention to it. What did you think of like the lore that they added with the island? Like you can see Goro's skeleton on his chair. Um, me, like you said the other day, is like chasing you as a specter.
hmm
Even reptiles in it. You can kill him, I think. I don't remember.
Mm, he kind of like disappears in like Ninja Smoke, but he gives you a scorpion skin on the first one
Oh, okay.
if you find him.
If you find him, and then there's like characters fighting on the bridges. The classic map. I don't know. I like that there's a lot to look at, but I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't really like do anything unless you're like, oh my god, I must know everything that happens here.
Yeah, well, I unlocked all the area, but it's just like, all right, I've unlocked every chest, and then I go up to the Chronica symbol and re-up everything, and it's just like, here we go again.
Yeah, exactly. What did you think of the multiplayer? Like, did you do any ranked matches or did you do any of the leagues?
Now, I actually suck at fighting games, so I did casual matches.
Okay.
I'm in the winning percentage on them. I've got a lot of losses, but it's fun. I don't like watching the pros play. Because it's just like them blocking the whole time. It's really boring.
Yeah, no, I definitely played some ranked matches, and thankfully I won when the game came out because obviously everyone's still learning the game, and generally with these Mortal Kombat games, as the last two entries, the combos aren't that difficult, or they are usually the same button combinations with the characters. So I was able to jump in with Scorpion and pretty much fuck people up. But I agree with you. Like I would watch like the combat leagues, on live streams, and the way the pros play, like kind of kind of kills it for me. Like I get it, you got to block attacks, right? But the way they do it on a constant basis is like, all right, dude, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's really boring to watch.
Yeah. Until someone opens it up though and gets that badass combo, and it's like, oh shit. I don't know. I have a soft spot for it because I think it's pretty badass to see like fighting games commentated, like on Mortal Kombat's level. But I guess that's pretty much it. I mean, the customization. We'll talk about that. How did you like the customization with the characters? Did you think they did it right? We know with three pieces, that your outfit, helmet, weapon, utility weapon, or whatever it could be, armor. Would you change the way they did it, or do you think they kind of just nailed it? Like this is how it should be from now on.
Yeah, I like it. I would just wish on like the skins, like if you unlock more, you could change certain body armors between all of them. Like I like playing Shao Kahn, so like either you got a breastplate on or a skirt on, but like just switch it all around, be able to do that, or converge two skins the way you want it. More customization. And but I like the three customizational. I can't even say it.
You can't talk. You like the three customizable items that they did, and the way they went about
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty cool. I actually have nothing to complain about. I think they nailed it. I think it's perfect. The only thing I would add in the next game is just making our own character again
Hmm.
with our own or with the abilities of the other characters.
Got a horse race going on up there.
What between the cats?
Yep.
um, I would say that it'd be cool if they add create a character again. I miss it. I think they did such a good job with it in Armageddon. In Mortal Kombat 11 would have been a great time to bring that back. But I'd say for now, what we got is damn near flawless. It's obviously unexpected. You don't really expect them to do that kind of thing. MK10, they just did, outfits just like all the other games. They did their costumes. But it was really cool to see what they did with this one because you can mix and match outfits and helmets with some characters, even weapons. So I'm hoping that they keep it more of the same, but also find a way to expand on it in the next one. Um, let's move on to characters. Who are your favorite characters, and who are your least favorite characters? So
Oh,
give me 3 favorites, and then 3 that you fucking hate.
I'd say Noob Saibot, of course.
Yeah.
Shao Kahn, and my third one. I don't want to say it, but Scorpion.
Ooh.
So that just gives you more power. And my 3 least favorite.
Like you could take them out of the game.
Oh, okay, yeah, Devora. Because
Yep.
she's gross. Ugh.
She's gross.
Um, Frost. And I don't want to take Sonya Blade out, but I want to take out the voice actor, Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Like, they had a whole professional list of voice actors, but then they're like, Ronda Rousey, let's put her in here.
Yeah, like I get that they wanted to, really celebrate her career and her love for the franchise because she has been very openly a gamer, even when she was in the UFC. So I get that, it's super fucking cool, but I feel like they could have just made her a premium skin, like a pre-order bonus, alongside Shao Kahn. Just make her a pre-order bonus skin where she is fully voiced. Nothing wrong with that. But I still would have loved a more seasoned voice actor for that role. My 3 favorites, very, very boring here. But it's Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and to be different, Aaron Black. I really, really love Aaron Black. He was such a badass character in Mortal Kombat 10. His armor sets, his weapons, and his move sets in this game really just stepped up from what they were in MK10. My least favorites are almost exactly on par with yours. I think Devora is a fucking stupid character, and I hate that she exists. I want her out of the games. Frost, I hate what they've done with her. In Deception, she was a really badass character. Like, she wasn't, from what I remember, and maybe I'm wrong, but she wasn't a bitch. Like, she was totally cool, all about the Lin Kuei. I don't know what happened there with that. They decided to do a complete 180 on her character from what I know. I don't like what they did with her at all. I hate that she's a robot. Like, she is such like this badass, hot looking frozen ninja chick, and I'm like, damn, dude. It was just something different in Deception though. Like, I didn't expect that. Third, Garrus. Yeah.
You really don't like him?
Nah. I fucking hate him. Every time I get to play somebody that plays as him and I get to do a fatality, it makes me very happy. But you know what? I'm sorry. I'll take that back though, because there's somebody who I think is more annoying and stupid than him, and it's the Collector.
Oh, yeah. You just forget about him. He's the tax collector.
Yeah, I fucking hate that character. They could have brought back Ermac. They could have brought back Rain, Smoke, anybody besides Garrus,
Sector.
Cyrax. The list can literally keep going. I don't know what they were thinking with that. But yeah, so those are our favorite and least favorite characters. What's your favorite fatality?
I don't know. I'd say Shao Kahn. Big Daddy Shao Kahn. Freaking smacking people with his hammer and blowing their head out their ass.
Yeah, no, that is pretty cool. They definitely did him justice with this game. His armor sets are just fucking flawless. I really do love what they did with him. His fatal blow is insane. You feel like such a weight to it. Like you literally feel like your character should not get back up. They should just be dead. Uh, my favorite fatalities, I'm still gonna go with Shang Tsung, where he brings out the lava pits and your character's chained up, and the skeletons or the fire demons are literally ripping your intestines out before your skeleton. I just think like artistically that fatality just looks so badass, dude. When it goes into like the pause screen. Favorite fatal blow.
Oh, I'd say Shang Tsung because like him turning into all the ninjas, that's pretty badass. Like,
Yeah.
you got the scorpion. Get over here.
Yeah, dude, they did such a good job with that. His whole moveset's amazing too.
I think this whole game was about him.
What, Scorpion?
No, Shang
Oh,
Tsung.
oh. Secretly, yeah, right. Crypt
Yeah,
is on his island and shit. They definitely
whole DLC after him.
basically it's pretty much about him. Uh, um, God, that's tough. Oh, I know it. Aaron Black. He takes his rifle and shoves it like into your torso and shoots your head off, and it's just so badass. He's definitely got my favorite fatality for this game. Scorpion's fatality as well, just like an honorable mention, where he shoots or he impales you with a spear and then goes into the nether realm and just rips you apart. I just think looks really badass. What's your favorite brutality?
God.
Is it just the uppercut? Do you not? I know you don't perform them that much. That's why I figured I'd ask.
No, I would prefer the ones on Noob Saibot, but I can't remember it. I think he like splits somebody. No, that's his fatal or his fatality. God, I can't remember them.
It's okay.
I told you I'm not good at the game.
Well, a couple of brutalities that I love, or are one of them is Sub Zero's, where if you hold up on the D-pad when you're grabbing somebody, he throws them into the ice wall in the ceiling, but it impales them and just leaves them stuck there, and they're literally just bleeding out on the floor. I think that one's badass, and I think my favorite one is Scorpion's when he does the command grab with his spear, and he wraps the spear around your head, or I'm sorry, your neck, and he rips your head and arm off. It's so fucking badass, but Scorpion's kind of like Goku, where no matter what, they got to make him badass, and you can't hate him. So we'll move on to DLC. We're going to start off by the DLC we have now, which is Shang Tsung, Fujin, Shiva, Robocop, Terminator, Spawn, Sindel, Nightwolf. I think I got everybody. I think I actually got everybody on that.
Trying to Shang Tsung.
Nightwolf, Sindel, Robocop, Spawn, Terminator,
Shiva.
Shiva, Shang Tsung's a pre-order DLC character. No, that we got everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we're missing anybody. So, what do you think of the characters we have so far, and their crossovers?
I like Spawn. His fatal blow is freaking awesome.
Yeah, Spawn's super badass with Keith David giving his voice to that character. Just it fucking suits him so well. But I also can't help but think I'm playing as the Arbiter from Halo as I'm fucking playing as Spawn.
Worked so easy.
Yeah. That would have been so cool if they made him say that. What about the Terminator and RoboCop?
RoboCop's pretty cool. I just wish Arnold voiced the Terminator.
Yeah, I think it's kind of. I mean, I get why they gave him his likeness because that's like the most iconic version of Terminator. But I think it's so fucking stupid that they couldn't find a way to, like, just put him in the game. Yeah, it kills it. It kills it for me, to be honest with you. When I'm either fighting the character or like the couple times I played as him to test out, his ability or his moveset. Like the voice just kills it. I can't do it.
I think it's funny too, like on some of the fatal blows and fatalities, like it just rips the skin off, so he'd like still be fully functioning.
Oh, I know. Yeah, they didn't. I don't think they really thought that through.
But yeah, it's just um the I'm drawing a blank on the word skin underneath. They just swapped it, just like the blood on Devora and everything.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any DLC characters you still want to see in the game? Crossover or original?
Um. Well, crossover Ash Williams
Okay, so you
from the
got
Evil Dead series.
so you named one. Give me three more. We'll just do a complete Alex's combat pack. What would you want to see if you had four characters? So you got
Okay.
Ash from Evil Dead.
Reptile, Ermac, and you only do usually do the top three. I would like to see Onaga.
My heart. I fucking miss that character, dude. I think it'd be so badass if they brought him back. Nah, dude, that's a badass list. I mean, Ermac, I fucking hate the character, but I know so many people out there love him. His moveset is super badass. It's fun to play as. Obviously, he's the Red Ninja. So when he gets his classic costume, it's really badass. Reptile is Reptile. I don't even need to say anything about it. I love that character so much. I didn't really like what they did with him in MK9. I thought he looked pretty stupid. He's like all wrapped up and looks too much like a man. I don't know if you saw any footage, but in Deadly Alliance and Deception, like he's a full on like fucking lizard, and
Yeah,
I
I've
think
seen
it's
that.
I think it's the coolest shit, dude. So I would say I don't really want to like copy you, but Reptile is definitely in there for me. Smoke, Ninja Smoke, and then I would love to see Predator back again. I thought Predator was like the coolest fucking thing a fighting game has ever done, besides Link in Soul Calibur 2 and a Spartan in Dead or Alive 4. Like they just killed it. Like I'm super biased, by the way. That's my favorite sci-fi character, but I would bring back Predator, and then I would do. I still want to say Onaga. I really do love that character. I think everything about him in Deception is super badass. Um, the short time he was in Armageddon was really cool. He just was a really menacing villain. Like the characters really showcase their fear of him because he was a Dragon King.
Hmm.
So it'd be cool to like find for them to find a way to implement him into the story, and just bring him back as a fighter. I guess doesn't matter. Not everything has to be story based. Um, the other one we forgot to talk about was the Joker.
I don't care.
All right,
He's too fast.
I think they like for the. I mean, no matter what, Mortal Kombat is extremely unrealistic. I'm aware,
Yeah.
people listening, but the fact that like the Joker is going toe to toe with these people like kind of irritates me to some extent. Like Scorpion can literally turn into a ball of fire inside of him through his teleport and just blow the motherfucker up. Like I don't know, I I don't like it, but I will say like they still did a pretty good job with it. His move set, the voice actor, and just the design. My biggest issue is his costumes and like his helmet, his outfits. Like I think they're fucking terrible. I think they look just god awful. But yeah, so he was the last DLC character that we forgot.
Hmm.
Um, so now I want to move on to what do you want to see from the franchise? Like MK11's out. It's damn near perfect in terms of Mortal Kombat as a fighting game, as a complete package. But what would you expand on, or really hope that they add with the next game?
Make it like Armageddon. Bring back every character. I know that's hard for them to do, but that would be probably the coolest thing. Like, just have MK11 abilities and everything. Like, they could just import all the characters they have right now and just focus on every single one. Well, not every single one. You can leave a few of them out, but that's what I would like to see. All at war again.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Mortal Kombat is such a successful franchise, and with all these entries, that we can maybe make like a Smash Bros. Ultimate, an Armageddon for Mortal Kombat. Because Smash Bros. Ultimate has everything. There is nothing missing. I think besides maybe some levels. I don't think I'm wrong though. I think everything's back. Um, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Let's do a complete Mortal Kombat game. We bring everybody back. We have an Armageddon type of story where they're all fucking fighting each other. If I can get anything close to that badass intro cutscene for Armageddon, I'll be happy. But what they can do is update it over time. You know, they can add. People aren't gonna like when I say this, but they can make it a live service type of fighting game. So like we have everything that we're talking about, right? We get the Armageddon MK11 looking game, but they can add DLC stories and add characters into those stories over time. I know that's not ideal, maybe in terms of money for a developer and publisher, but I think we're at the point now where Mortal Kombat can just be an ongoing game and just continuously updating it. Maybe in like a couple years, add a texture and graphical pack. But I'm ready for it to be at that point. Like I don't need another Smash Brothers. If they can keep updating and adding characters, like, and then Nintendo Switch Pro comes out or whatever the next generation is, just update it. Like I don't know. I don't think we need to keep making some of these games. They're at a point where it's like, all right, I don't really know where you can go from here. They can add more moves to the characters that already exist. I kind of miss the goofy side of Mortal Kombat 2, though.
Yeah.
They brought that back with the latest update, you know, the expansion with the friendships, which is
Hmm.
free for anybody who has the game. It's really cool to see that again. They're stupid as all hell, but it was cool to see that. I wouldn't I wouldn't mind they bring back Conquest, which is literally turning the game into an RPG experience, where you play as a set character and go through his whole storyline. I would love to see that again. Like, you know, Shijinko was in Deadly Alliance. You play as no, it's Deception. You literally start as a young trainee, and then you finish the game as a fucking old man fighting the Elder Gods with Scorpion. Because I'm pretty sure in that version, Scorpion becomes an Elder God. I don't know. Something happens at the end where there's a fucking gray Scorpion. I don't know what's going on. It's been a long time, so I apologize. The game's super old. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Armageddon style Mortal Kombat. We are ready for it. It's been too long. You got people bitching on Twitter all the time for Molina to come back, and it's fucking annoying. Just bring back all the characters. It's definitely a lot of work, like you said. It's not going to happen overnight, but I think if they were smart, they would just move on to that. Another full-fledged $60 or $70 game with the next generation. I don't know the prices yet. I keep hearing they're going to change. Make one more and update it over time. You know, they're still making the Injustice games too, and I'm not the biggest DC fan, but I will admit, like, NetherRealm has done a really good job to make people invested in those games. The fighting's really fun. That's where they introduced like this customization that we have now. They really gave us like a taste of it in that game. With what you can do with like Batman, you can make him look like Batman Beyond. You can make him look like the classic '66 Batman with Adam West. So I would love to see what they do with Injustice 3. I have a lot of hopes, but NetherRealm has been killing it since MK9, and I really want to see what's next. That's pretty much it. I just have one more question for you. 1 through 10, what is your review score for Mortal Kombat 11? We basically went through the game.
I'd say 8. It's like the most. Uh, it's probably the best fighting game I've had the most interest in for a long time. You know, like a casual gamer of fighting games. I'd say like 8 out of 10.
Because you got all the achievements too, right?
No, I think I got one tutorial and then the AI battles and some more matches to do.
Oh,
But
okay, I
I'm
couldn't
I'm
remember.
scared to do it.
The AI matches are probably going to be horrible now because of how long the game's been out. So good luck with that if you ever try it. I'd give the game an 8.5. Definitely close to a 9. It's damn near flawless in my mind, especially when I didn't know what to expect. Like, I just I thought MK10 was another like pinnacle for them. Like I thought they did a really good job. Um, I didn't care for the story a whole lot, but yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes, man. And that's pretty much Mortal Kombat in a nutshell. Is there anything else you'd like to add to it, or is that um, pretty much where you stand with the franchise?
Well, if you haven't played it in a bit, they updated all the towers, so you actually get random skins for the character you're playing. So you get more skins more often on any tower you do.
Right, based on the character you choose. So they kind of give you those more options to go in there into the living towers and actually unlock more. Where before this last update, it was set to certain rewards, and
Hmm.
you really couldn't go beyond that. So that's kind of cool that they added that. Yeah, that's it. That's Mortal Kombat 11. Um, that's all I have to say about it. Uh, next week we will be doing a retro review for Halo Combat Evolved. Still working on the review for that, so please keep an eye out for that. And that's it. So this is the It Just Works podcast. I'm Ryan and Alex. Thank you for joining. Say goodbye to everybody because we're done here. We did good.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye. All right, that's it. Good shit, man.